From the cars we drive to the clothes we wear and even the food we eat, consumers are looking for ways to be more environmentally conscious. Today, more and more companies in every industry are seeking to incorporate sustainable practices, dedicating time and funds to make their businesses greener. However, going green for any company cannot happen unless preventative maintenance is a part of their sustainability plan.
Companies are trying to help with the environment through green initiatives. It's the right thing to do, and it provides a good public image. Fortunately, it also can be a good business decision. Through, say, minimum efficiency standards of new air conditioning equipment, as well as tax and utility incentives, it can make the business decision often a lot easier.
Reducing emissions and conserving energy through proper HVAC maintenance has a powerful impact, not only on the bottom line, but also on their carbon footprint.
Environmental awareness and demand for energy efficiency is dictating that companies today find ways to save energy. As a result, businesses are starting to collaborate to meet that demand. An example of that is a recent energy study that was done in Austin, Texas, where Alpine Mechanical Services and Siemens Controls, their retail and commercial division, worked together to look at implementing and testing the best practices preventive maintenance method on that particular location and understand the impact on the environment as it relates to the carbon footprint for that store. Having recommissioned 3 of the site's 8 units, the results were fairly impressive, with an overall reduction of about 3,400 kWh, which resulted in a $350 savings for the same time period last year as compared to this year.
Commercial buildings generally consume about 20% of all energy use in the United States. That would be like $1 out of every $5 spent. Another 20% or about the same amount is used in residential buildings, and the remaining 60% is in industry and transportation. Out of that 20% in commercial buildings, about a half to a third of it is in HVAC. That's why it's an important segment to go after.
If you look at national chains of retail stores, they have multiple locations over a wide geographical area, so reducing their carbon footprint is extremely important to them, especially when you have locations, or you have retail locations numbering in the 800s to 1,000.
First of all, it's important to note that air conditioners are a major consumer of electricity, so that means it's a good area to focus on. Unlike light bulbs, the efficiency of an air conditioner is very sensitive to its maintenance. Keeping them clean, keeping the refrigerant charge set correctly, and keeping them in general good working order helps maintain the efficiency over the equipment lifetime. In addition to energy efficiency, a good maintenance program can also detect and fix the discharge of harmful refrigerants into the atmosphere, preventing that problem too.
Most companies have a life cycle of 15 to 18 years for their HVAC equipment. Unfortunately, with poor HVAC preventive maintenance, that life cycle is significantly decreased. Quality HVAC maintenance gives the customer the ability to extend that life cycle to that 15 to 18 year mark and not have to try and find capital dollars to replace that equipment prematurely.
These everyday choices may seem small, but when multiplied by the number of times each day these decisions are made in the U.S., the impact for the environment and quality of life for everyone is significant.
I think in general, most customers are more environmentally savvy than what they've been in the past. But that doesn't necessarily mean they really understand the decisions they make today have a significant impact on that decision to reduce their carbon footprint.
In slow economic times, the HVAC industry isn't any different than any of the other ones. It's often difficult to make investments in the long term, which sometimes can include HVAC maintenance.
Many customers with today's economy are reducing their preventive maintenance budgets, not really understanding that reducing preventive maintenance today will affect the overall condition of that piece of equipment long term.
Fortunately, there's newer technologies and newer business practices out there that can help make effective programs that don't cost so much. Technologies transfer information between the service providers, the customers, and the managers so that they can help reduce waste in the process.
Quality preventive maintenance today really enables that unit to run more efficiently over a longer period of time, thus reducing the amount of energy that that unit is going to consume.
Despite challenges, companies in every industry are now incorporating sustainable practices, recognizing that going green means quality preventative maintenance as a part of their routine.